Let's take a look at the September 2021 release of YouthCenter. Widget's got a major upgrade in this version, primarily with the My Clients and Detention widgets. So let's take a look at the Clients widget. You can see that we've got a few more columns that are available in the My Clients widget. Primarily, the birthday column, which shows how many days away their birthday is and what the actual date is, along with two new columns, including their assigned judge and assigned referee. Let's take a look at the settings here. When we pull up the widget, we've got a lot more filtering options. We've had probation officers and probation team supervisors ask that we're able to filter out based on different statuses. So I can filter that list if I'm just the primary team member. So if I'm the primary probation officer, I can only see that list. If I'm the team supervisor, I can see that as well. So if I'm supervising a group of probation officers, I can see the entire caseload for my team, or I can see just the ones that I'm assigned to. I also have the ability to set up the widget to filter based on program. And if I select that pull-down list, you can see that I can filter based on the different programs that we've set up in the system here. I can also filter by client status. So if I only want to see clients that are in diversion or in intensive probation or in probation, I can filter based on that. I can also filter by court case status, or if I'd like to, I can filter by specific tags. So if I want to create a list of clients that have aggressive pets in the home, I can filter by those tags. Likewise, if I scroll down, I can show which columns are being displayed and include things like the assigned judge, the assigned referee, and now the birthday option in there as well. If I want to, I can also rename that widget to illustrate exactly what we were trying to show in the filtering options below. So let's take a look at how that plays out on our dashboard here. So the clients widget is now named to My Clients. So these are all the clients that I'm assigned to. If I scroll down just a little bit further, you can see that we filtered a couple of these same clients widgets based on their program. So if I go ahead and click on the options in there, you'll see that we filtered based on clients that are only in the wraparound program and that I'm a team member on. Likewise, we've got youth assistance clients that are in the youth assistance program as well. I can also see clients that are filtered based on their diversion status. We've heard a lot from detention users that they want to be able to see specific units rather than all clients in detention. So what we've done is we've added to the clients in detention widget the ability to filter by specific units. So you can see we've given this widget a title of Unit A, and we're filtering by Unit A. We're not showing any empty rooms, and we're showing things like the new birthday column in there as well. So we can see only clients that are in Unit A and their room, 101 through 103. We have no clients in our Unit B currently, and in our holding, we actually have 2 clients in there, and that's been filtered by that. Next, let's take a look at a minor change we've made to the Notes application. If I look at our demo client, Dawn, and click on her notes, I can go ahead and create a new note. We've got all of the standard fields. However, we've added a mileage field in here. Probation officers have asked us to go ahead and enter that so that they can record the miles they've traveled when visiting a client. You can still select your note type, enter in your notes, and save the note. And when we see the overview, you can see that the mileage is displayed there. Reports in YouthCenter can be built to run reports on how many miles per probation officer or per client over any time period in the system can be run for tallying up how many miles in a month or a specific time frame have been traveled. We'll continue with our demo client and take a look at some of the other updates that have been made. Under the general profile, we made a much needed update to the online accounts section here. Previously, these were fixed systems that you'd have to look at. Now we can add in any type of online account we want. For Dawn here, we've got access to her attendance and grades system, along with a username and password to be able to get into the system, and a link to her social media account. To add or edit any of these online accounts, we simply use the pen and paper icon to edit the client information, and here we can add the details of those online accounts, including what the title of it is, the URL of the system, a username, a password, and any notes that we want to include on that. I don't have to have a username and a password if we're just checking in on social media accounts like Instagram or TikTok. Once I've updated the system, I can go ahead and click Save, and those results are shown up here on the page. When I click on the account, it will bring up that social media site in a browser window. The next change we've made to the clients in the general profile is their residency. We've made it a lot easier to pull in residencies. If I create a new residence under her profile, you'll notice that we have a Choose an Existing Address here. When I click that drop-down box, it pulls from the contacts system in YouthCenter and shows the addresses that are associated with them. So if she is now moving in with her father rather than her mother, I can select the father's address and it will automatically populate it, eliminating the need for duplicate information in the system. To save the update, I simply scroll down and click Save. The reverse is also the same if I click on Contacts and I need to add a new relationship to the system. So if I go ahead and click on Create a New Relationship, I can enter in the name, and now I can also select from the address, choose an existing address. So I could select the mother's address and it would pull the mother's address information in, or I can select from the father's address and it will automatically update the father's information. Likewise, we've also added into relationships the ability to tag them. In our demo system, we only have a couple of options here, but I have co-defendant and no contact listed as tags in here. These tags can be used to build reports in the system to pull specific contacts with tags that are associated with them. If I go back to our contacts listing here, we can see that we have a co-defendant listed into the system and that they're also supposed to have no contact with them. So we could easily build a report for Dawn that shows all of her no contacts based on the contacts and relationships in the system here. The final update in this release is another update to the contact system, primarily the client team. We've added the ability to add therapists to the contacts in the system here. Therapists will show the email address and a phone number for that therapist, and I can simply add a therapist by clicking Edit the Team Member and selecting from the therapists that are available in the system. To add a therapist into the system, you'll go into the Contacts application, click Add a Contact, enter in a therapist's name, select them as a therapist, enter in their contact information, and their email address, and add the contact. Now that they're tagged as a therapist, when I go back into the application, select a client, go into their contacts, I can edit the team members, and when I click into the therapist section, you'll see the new therapist we've added into the system. I can go ahead and save that. That therapist, along with their contact information, has been added into the system. The updates in this release are all based on suggestions by you, the users of YouthCenter. If you have any suggestions for improvements to the system, please feel free to reach out to us at support@youthcenter.net.